The coordinates are almost ready, set here, just about ready to go. It appears to be finally working. Yes. Oh, hello, my friends, and welcome to the basement sublet
of horror.
I'm your host, Gunther Dedmund, returning with you again with another film. Oh, tonight I've got my new invention. It's the kinescopic telescope. What's that, you say? Well, kinescopic telescope. Well, my thought was all these broadcast television signals have been radiating out from the Earth for decades and decades. Well, I can take those beams, trap the information bouncing off objects out in space, asteroids and whatever, sort it out, and I can detect UFOs. That's right. Tonight I'm going to find some actual UFOs. Oh, well, anyway, tonight's film is The Teenagers from Outer Space, made in 1959. It's directed by Tom Graff. And oh, it's just amazing. The space outfits are just ordinary clothing with masking tape stuck on them for trim, and their space shoes are dress shoes with socks on them. Oh, it's just, you get the idea, it's dreadful. So anyway, you go off to the movie, and I'm going to get back to my kinescopic telescope. I'm going to tune it in, and we'll see if we can find anything for you tonight.
Here's a dining room, and here's the guest room, and in a jiffy. How's that for roominess? With a playroom like this for home movies or games, and in the modern home, architects have done the same job of providing more space for everybody by making one room do the work of 2 or 3.
Yes, Jim, what is it?
Well, Mr. Evans, Miss Black wanted me to bring this to you.
Oh?
Report preliminary findings.
Thor reporting. 42 saturation degrees and 96 volumes. And
Derek reporting. Tridex mixer components ratio exceeding 7 to 1.4.
Surface readings register above minimum requirements. Morrow, go below and bring up the young Gargan specimen. Now the decision depends on its reaction.
Won't you sit down, Jim? I understand you have an unusual pencil, Jim.
Yes, sir. That is, it's nothing special.
But you're rather proud of it.
It has my name on it. I won it in an essay contest.
May I see it?
Wait, Captain. I have found evidence of intelligent beings on this planet.
of what concern are foreign beings?
Of none to you, Thor. Just as you were so unconcerned when you destroyed the small creature. So bravely.
It was no more than an insect.
But it had life. And that life you had to take to satisfy your endless hunger for killing.
What are you doing, Janice? You haven't had your nose out of those papers for an hour now.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out what courses to take next term.
I have to do that, too. What are you taking?
Well, I have to fill one science requirement, and English, and I want to take home economics.
Home economics? Why in the world do you want to take home ec?
If I'm going to be a homemaker the rest of my life, I want to know what I'm doing.
Silence, both of you. Proceed, bring the Gargan.
That will not be necessary, Captain.
What's the cause of this tension anyway? And what can we do about it?
There are several causes of tension. Causes which arise from inborn human reactions and are just as natural as getting hungry when we haven't eaten. One important cause is noise. Even the expectation of noise is sufficient to build up considerable tension. Notice how the clenching of the hand is measured with this instrument, which we call a tensionometer. No matter what you try to do, your muscles start to tighten. And if you try to relax, the very attempt results in tension-building effort.
By what authority?
You will prepare for takeoff. The ship will leave this planet immediately.
According to our code of
You
operations.
may forget the code of operations, Captain. Only civilized beings could have made the inscription on this metal piece. We shall not have the thousands of Gargans brought here to destroy them.
You have concern for foreign beings over our mission to locate grazing land for our Gargan herds? Recall, it is necessary as a reserve food supply for our people.
Our people?
But now this pencil. If you were a first grader, I'd just keep it, wouldn't I?
Oh, but Mr. Edmonds, I'm not a first grader.
We are the supreme race. We have the supreme weapons. Keep him under guard, Thor. I will study the reactions of the young Gargan.
That sort of behavior we call an infantile reaction.
Infant. Well, whatever it is, it spoils the game for others. Why can't he act his age?
It thrives, Captain. Already I can feel it has grown heavier.
We shall return to our base and lead the transport ships here.
That's a good idea, Jim.
I'll begin today after school.
That would be fine.
Well, what else do you want me to do, Mr. Edmonds?
Repack the instruments. I shall radio back the news of our success.
Perhaps you can help me with the problem. I'd like your advice, Jim.
My advice?
Yes, I've got quite a serious problem.
Soon this planet will be covered with full-grown Gargans. A safe distance from our planet, yet their meat will be available to us for the harvesting.
And of course, the preparation and serving of family meals. Meals that are planned to meet the individual needs of your family.
And when we return to our home base, you will be presented to the High Court with the evidence against you. Thor, Saul, bind the prisoner and prepare him for the isolation chamber. I will make contact with base.
I will get the straps.
Watch this demonstration. The moment your arms are prevented from moving, an inborn fear reaction causes your muscles to tense. This reaction is brought forth by any situation which hinders free movement.
I get it. That's what happens to us in a crowd.
That's right.
Your orders are complete. He is escaping!
Whenever something holds you so you can't move freely, this fear develops and causes tension.
Go for! How did he get free?
He escaped from Saul. I could have stopped him.
Derek is to be brought back alive. He is the son of our leader.
Derek?
Then there's the fellow who can't take a joke. He laughs as hard as anyone at most jokes, but when the joke's on him, watch out.
Captain, look at this. The Gargan. It is not dead.
It has revived.
It flourishes. The excessive nitrogenic gas compound shocked its system. Now it thrives on the very same compounds.
Then this planet is suitable.
Completely. I must resume radio vision contact. Morrow, Saul, secure the Gargan by expandable leg bands. Out of sight in that cave.
And this is the beginning of the end. The claws are plugged with wooden pegs. And from now on, he's as harmless as a kitten.
Imagine thousands of beasts like that, millions of times enlarged, roaming over this planet.
They will be harvested from the air, so there will be no danger to us.
Let us be quick. I do not like to look upon it.
Could you tell me what I could learn in home ec that I can't learn at home?
Well, first of all, let's admit one thing, Janice. If your mother's going to run her own household and keep up on all the latest developments and teach you and your sister all there is to know about homemaking, well, she's going to be a pretty busy woman. To tell you the truth, Janice, you need to know more than just how to run a house or an apartment. You need to know why as well as how.
Let me find Derek.
You will wait until the sky is light enough to begin the search. We will leave now and return here to meet you when we bring the Gargans. Do not fail, Thor.
I shall not fail.
Come back for your pencil when you feel you're ready for it.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, Jim.
I've brought in UFO expert Bill Jameson to help me evaluate these UFOs that we've been sighting on my kinescopic telescope. Yes, my new invention. And actually, we've started tracking some down. I think we've got some good readings tonight. So anyway, well, Bill, tell me about what we're seeing.
Well, Gunther, actually, what you have here are UFOs, but they're not flying saucers. No, these are completely terrestrial phenomena, usually caused by flocks of geese or temperature inversions or even swamp gas.
Ah, swamp gas, bah. These aren't swamp gas. These are actual real readings I'm getting here. Oh, so what about this book you brought with you?
Well, this is my new book, UFO Mystery at Quantico. Here we're dealing with a massive cover-up on a grand scale, and it turns out that many of the sightings in this area are caused by completely natural means. My book isn't quite a bestseller yet, and so if they could possibly go out and buy a copy of my book, well, that would really help raise it on the bestseller charts.
We're not here to sell. We're here for science. You take a break, and we'll get all this sorted out.
And now back to the basement sublet of horror.
You won't believe it. Well, actually, I don't believe it. But we actually have a hit on the kinescopic telescope. That's right. We've actually got a reading coming in. We may have actually found a UFO, unidentified flying object out in space. Well, we'll track it. You go back to the movie. I have no time for this. It's time for research.
He'll still have his moments of doubt, of hesitation, of fear that he might do something wrong.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I would.
And while he's discovered only a few of many ways to overcome shyness, he's discovered that it can be done.
Would you tell me the meaning of the inscription on this metal piece?
Sparky, 1243 Willowcrest Drive. That's just 3 blocks down there and a few doors up. You can't miss it.
Hey, what's what you're doing now?
No, I'm sorry. I was just trying to make out what kind of clothes that guy was wearing. Looks like some kind of military uniform. Wonder where he's from.
Could be from Mars, for all I care. Hurry up there, boy, will you? I haven't got all day.
Why, if anyone is going to be married and be a homemaker, it'd be foolish not to take home ec. But what if I don't get married? What good will all this do me then?
Well, that's something for you to consider, all right. You may not get married. You should recognize that your first home may be a trailer.
You'll find nearly every variety of home, from the one that Dad himself put together on the old farm back in Iowa to a custom-built deluxe model that cost $8,000. There are plenty of leisure moments for the housewife. She just can't find a great deal of work in a one-room house.
I put Sparky's breakfast out 20 minutes ago, Grandpa, and it's still here.
He's probably still out chasing gophers.
Hello. You've come to see our room for rent?
What's that?
A fellow to see the room for rent, Grandpa. You show it to him, will you? Joe'll be by for me in a minute. We're going swimming at Alice's, and I haven't even changed yet. Well, come on in.
The home ec courses you've taken in high school will provide a good foundation for the more advanced work in college. You'll see the relationship of your home ec training and the many other courses you will take in college. For instance, the relationship between a college chemistry course and what you've already studied about the chemical composition of new fabrics.
I'm Betty Morgan, and this is my grandfather.
Now, how do you do, son? Just arrived in town? Don't believe I've seen you around before.
I just arrived.
And your name?
Derek.
Derek. The empty room belonged to my brother, Bud. He's married now and lives upstate.
Your brother? You knew your brother?
Did I know my brother? That's a strange question to ask.
The enrollment of both boys and girls in family relationship classes has shown that we're all becoming more and more aware of the advantages of preparing for marriage.
Grandpa raised us both since we were kids after Mom and Dad died.
I never knew my mother or father.
Jimmy played baseball all afternoon, and he didn't feel like walking home, so he decided to thumb a ride. He'd done it 100 times before, and he didn't think anything was unusual when the driver struck up a friendly conversation. In fact, he seemed like a real nice guy. He asked Jimmy if he played baseball in the park often.
Well, let's take a look at the room, and if you like it, you're welcome to stay.
It's this way. I'll show it to you.
Sure enough, the following day, when Jimmy finished playing ball, well, the man was there waiting.
what do you say, young man? What do you think of the room?
You will let me live here with you?
Well, sure. That's why we have the sign up. That's why you came here, wasn't it?
Many boys as well as girls are enrolled in home economics courses. They, too, need to learn house designs, decorator colors, and money management.
Not exactly,
Derek, I was just talking to Grandpa, and, well, if you don't have the rent money right away, that could wait until he gets a job, couldn't it, Grandpa?
Why, sure. That's all right with me, Betty. But then if he doesn't like the room...
I like it here very much. I would like to stay.
Fine. I'll go out and take down the sign.
My uniform is all I have.
Gosh, you've got to have more than that. Bud left some of his clothes in the closet, Grandpa. Couldn't Derek use some of them?
Of course, my dear. Bud wouldn't mind a bit, I'm sure.
Oh, golly, that's Joe. Put on whatever you like from the closet, Derek. I'll be right back. Make yourself at home.
It's a proud moment when you finally step before the mirror in something you've constructed, because you'll see not only the garment, but a person who is better prepared to select or construct clothing suitable for each member of your future family.
Hi there, Joe. Hi, Gramps. Betty, got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh, gosh, what now, Joe?
I have a list of folks to interview. Say they saw a new flying saucer last night.
That sounds like it might take you all day.
I hope not. I'll call you as soon as I get through, okay?
Okay, Joe.
Yeah, I guess a reporter's life can be pretty hectic. You never know when a news story will break.
I remember one time I watched some of the boys play ball. You've probably seen it, too.
Hey, what's going on in town anyway, mister? A convention or something?
What?
Well, those clothes you're wearing. I talked to a guy this morning who was wearing the same kind of outfit.
Maybe the guy you're looking for, huh?
You spoke to him? What did he tell you? Where did he go?
Hey, what's the matter with you? Hey, take your hands off me.
You will tell me what he said to you.
Oh, why should I? Hey, who do you think you are, anyway?
Answer me, or I destroy you.
He came in with a dog tag. Wanted to know about the address, and I told him how to find it.
Where?
Just right down there, about 3 blocks. That's Willow Crest. 1243. It's only a few doors up.
Your body's growing up now, Jim. You're growing much taller these years. But it may be some years more before your shoulders really broaden out and you become fully grown.
Hello.
Hello, Gramps. This is Joe. Betty there?
No, she and Derek went out over to the Woodward's pool.
Well, the reason I called, I wanted to tell Betty I stumbled onto a double murder story that may keep me longer, but, well, after I get the story into the paper, I'll go on over to Alice's and see her there.
A double murder, Joe? When was it? Where?
We're not sure yet, Gramps. There's only a couple of skeletons. We'll know more when the coroner gets here.
Well, gotta get busy now, Gramps. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Joe! Joe, I just found a note. Joe! Hello, hello.
The following Saturday, they went fishing together. By now, they were using first names. Ralph said it was more friendly. Jimmy hadn't enjoyed himself so much in a long time.
By golly, you missed them at the pool, huh? Sure am sorry. Betty left me a note. Now they've gone over to the college to see Professor Simpson.
Good morning, Hilda.
Oh, good morning, Professor Simpson.
Have the aptitude questionnaires come in?
They're probably still in mimeographing. I'll go down and see if they're ready.
That's Professor Simpson's office, the third door down. He's head of the science department.
Well, that looks like Professor Simpson's car right there. He must be somewhere else on campus. We'd better go back to his office and wait.
Hello? This is Simpson, Science Department.
Put that down.
What is the meaning of this?
Do as I say.
Who are you?
Where is he? The one who came with information for you.
Who? You are making some mistake.
I am making no mistake. Where did he go? Out there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will speak to no one else.
We found his car, so...
Yes, I know. He came in right after you left.
Ah! Oh, Derek.
Oh, it's some kind of foolish joke. I'm not going to keep a job where this sort of thing goes on.
Well, there's no sense in cleaning up here until you're through. I'll come back later.
I want to believe what I'm thinking isn't true, but
It was a focusing disintegrator.
then whoever killed Sparky... But you said they'd gone.
For some reason, they went to stop me. Somehow we were traced here. I want you to get in your vehicle and go to a place where you will be safe.
But how could they... Grandpa. I left a note for Grandpa. They must have... Oh, Derek.
I will go to your place.
No, they may be waiting for you there. I can call Grandpa.
We've done it, my friends. We've actually got a UFO. We're tracking it right now on the screen. Come here, look.
Gunther, I'm sorry. This is too exciting. This is the culmination of all my research. I've got to go outside and look at this.
Well, Bill's going outside to watch the skies. And anyway, you go on a break.
You've been watching the Basement Sublet of Horror. How was that?
This is Richard Wayne for the Channel News team. We apologize for interrupting tonight's feature motion picture. Reports have been flooding in from all over the county that UFOs have been spotted across the skies. Authorities have advised that all civilians stay inside their homes. The National Guard has been notified and is patrolling the area for your safety. Please stay tuned to this channel for more information. This is Richard Wayne.
Hello?
Oh, Grandpa, thank heavens. Derek is all right.
Betty, what is it, child? What's the matter?
Grandpa, was somebody there? Somebody you told we were at the college?
Oh, yes, a friend of Derek's. Did he find you okay?
He's a murderer. He killed Professor Simpson, Grandpa. He's after Derek, and he's probably on the way back to the house right now.
Murderer? But are the police...
Don't argue, Grandpa. Just get out of there. We're going to the City Hall police station right now. Meet us there.
Don't worry about me, Betty. I'll leave right away. Goodbye, honey.
This fear, like the fear of noise, is inborn. Even newly born babies show it. And anyone who has visited an amusement park can surely recognize it in grown-ups.
Halt! What do you want? I spoke to my granddaughter. You're not getting any help from me.
Did they return here? Tell me. I have no reason to harm your granddaughter. I need not harm anyone if you tell me where he is. If you do not, there will be many deaths. Beginning with you, now.
He's not here. He's in the center of the city.
Where? Take me there. You will pilot the vehicle. Go. Be swift.
The City Hall is just up ahead in the next block. Oh, I hope Grandpa's there waiting for us safe and sound.
What are you doing?
Be silent. Continue ahead.
Today's modern automobile, too, has been scientifically designed to eliminate any tension caused by the fear of falling. Balanced springs have smoothed out the bumpiest roads, and the engineers have figured out ways of controlling rear spring action so that one rear seat passenger enjoys as smooth a ride as three.
You stay here in the car. You'll be safe. He's after me, not you.
He really needs help. Help. That's it.
An offer of help. That's welcome anywhere.
He must have slipped off that way. Come on.
Stay under cover.
And when you graduate from college, there will be many professional opportunities awaiting you if you become qualified in the field of home economics. Home economists are urgently needed as teachers in secondary schools and colleges.
What are you doing down here? Go into the building. That is the safest place.
Look. Here on the sidewalk. Drops of blood.
Betty, go into the building.
Derek.
Give me the weapon you have, Derek. Slowly. One sudden move and I slay you both.
Derek? Derek, do as he says. Do as he says.
Get in! You will take me to a man of surgery to remove the metal pellets from my flesh.
That is not possible.
Yes, we must. We must do as he says. Do as he says. I know a doctor's office. We'll take him there.
She is very wise. Now go!
I'm going to phone the story into the paper and then drive out to the old mine Betty mentioned.
The old mine? What's out there?
I don't know. That's where she said Sparky was killed by the guy.
Sparky, our dog? She didn't tell me about that.
Hey, Mac, over here. Blood spots on the sidewalk. And where's that car that was parked here?
That's it. That's how the killer got away. In our car? Then Betty and Derek, they must have been kidnapped. You've got to do something. Is there some emergency? I have a house call to make.
Do as I say.
Derek, please. Doctor, you must try.
Take heed. One treacherous move and they pay with their lives. Now proceed. The captain should have let me kill you when I had a chance.
And why didn't he? I saw him stop you when you fired at me.
Because he just learned that you were the son of our leader.
I'll find you. You cannot get away.
I was terrified he'd see us before we got out of there.
He may yet. Get in. I will take you back to the police.
In his present condition, he cannot remain conscious long. By the time we return with the police, he should be completely helpless.
Be careful if they are too friendly, if they try to win your confidence too quickly, and if they become overly personal. He may appear normal, and it may be too late when you discover he is mentally ill. So keep with your group, and don't go off alone with strangers unless you have the permission of your parent or teacher.
Now I know. They plan to return.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm going with you.
Where?
To the old mine shaft.
How did you hear about that?
The old fellow inside. He's been telling us everything he can think of. Mentioned that's where you were going.
Okay, hop in. Maybe something will turn up out there.
Dr. Brandt's office.
Miss Moss, thank heavens I've reached you. This is Dr. Brandt.
Where are you, Doctor? There's an emergency patient here. I've done all I can.
Listen, Miss Moss. He's a murderer.
He held hostages at gunpoint to force me to remove bullets. We were fortunate in escaping. You must get out of there.
A murderer?
We're sending the police, but if you treated him, he could revive at any moment.
Yes, Doctor. I'll leave immediately.
You will come with me. Put that down.
Miss Moss, what is it?
Drop it, I said.
What do you want?
You will help me to escape. Go out.
No use getting sore. That won't open the can.
You know, I don't get this guy. Animals are humans. He just seems to like killing.
There's more to it than that, Joe. There's something behind this, something we don't understand. The weapon he uses, it's unheard of. Blasting flesh right off the bone.
Growing up emotionally is much the same. Different parts of our personalities grow at different rates. Some of us never grow up entirely.
I don't know. Let's take a look in the old cave.
It is not far now.
You can't escape. The police will find you.
Possibly they will. But barricaded in the mouth of a cave, with you as hostage and me with this...
How long do you think you can hold out that way?
Long enough. There will not be too long to wait.
Of course, the best way to get rid of that feeling is to get out in the open, even if it's for just a short drive in the country.
Hey, bring your flash bulbs up here. This tunnel is black as pitch.
Okay, I'll be right up.
Intruder already.
No! I won't let you kill anyone.
I see you do not value your life. He's getting away. Follow him.
No.
Dare refuse?
Most of us find relaxation going places, but we can find quiet while traveling too, for the car of today is soundproofed all around in much the same way as the house of today.
Now, another cause of tension is the fear of falling, of loss of bodily support. In the laboratory, it's measured this way.
Well, Dr. Laird, that's really tension. It looks as though she's broken the machine.
Are you hurt badly?
I don't think so. Just bruised. Oh, thank heavens it's over. It was like a nightmare.
I wish it was over.
Oh, what do you mean?
Back in the cave where he shot at me. Some kind of man-eating monster. Poor Mac, the guy I was with. I could hear the thing tearing him apart. He was dead in a few seconds.
Oh, how horrible. What could it have been?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm afraid the nightmare has just begun.
So this movie's so low budget, I understand that they duped some old woman to let them use her house for free. I mean, and then the ray gun...
Gunther, you have to come outside.
Just a moment.
This is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Bring your camera.
Oh, well, I'm going to take the video camera and I'll head outside. You take a break.
You've been watching the basement sublet of horror.
I've taken refuge back in the basement, and there actually is a UFO hovering over my backyard at this very moment. And Bill Jamison has gone up to the back door to get a better look at the UFOs.
Look, Gunther, look! The aliens are here! They've come to take us!
Oh, Bill Jamison is getting too close to that UFO. The UFO is taking him up. I guess he finally got his wish to meet those aliens. Well, anyway, there it goes. Bye, Bill. Have a nice trip. I hope you do make it back to Earth one day. Well, back to the movie.
The man guilty of these strange killings now lies mute in confinement at General Hospital, where he is being treated for minor injuries. Authorities plan to transfer him to City Jail tonight. The fantastic murder weapon he used has not been located.
Door crashed just below here. If that disintegrator is down there, I'm going to find it.
Derek, I just thought. The monster that escaped from the cave. It must have been there at the same time we were. What I can't figure out is, why did it escape when it did? Why not sooner?
It would not have been large enough, but the man it consumed increased its growth rate.
Then, how big would it be now?
There is no telling. You stay here. Keep the door closed. No, Betty, go back. It's too dangerous for you to...
We can find that thing twice as fast if we both look.
You make me angry, but I like you very much.
I want to have that kind of love.
That's a good idea, dear. And if you aren't sure, you can always ask yourself some questions.
You're not from this world, are you?
I did not know how to tell you.
Are we really interested in the same things? Do we feel at ease?
The only difference is that we were put on places far, far apart.
You mean they... Come on, then, let's go.
The moon has come from behind the cloud.
It's so quiet.
Oh, come on, Nora. Take a chance with us on the lobster Cantonese.
Oh, I'd like that.
The Gargan, get back!
There it is, Derek! It was under the rock! Quick! Shoot it, Derek! Shoot it!
That won't work. Run! Go start the motor. Hurry!
But Dr. Laird, Can people do anything to avoid tension?
Yes. The way to get rid of tension is to do just the opposite of all the things that cause it.
You said that thing would keep growing. If it does, what can stop it from wrecking the city? And
I may be able to repair the damaged part of the disintegrator. If I can, we will stop the Gargan and give the Earth a weapon against invasion as well. If only I can get it to work.
Just wait till I get home and see Carol. What I won't tell her.
We have a bulletin just received. According to a report not yet confirmed, a beast of seemingly gigantic proportions has been sighted lurking in the hills due northeast of town. City officials have called for military help. Planes and troops are expected to arrive within the next 2 hours. Meanwhile, citizens should take refuge in places of safety, cellars, bomb shelters, as directed by civil defense administrators. I repeat.
Derek, they say it's coming. It has grown. It's just northeast of town. I'd better wake up Grandpa. We'll all go down to the cellar.
You go there with him. There is a chance I can do something yet.
What? What are you looking at?
Those wires, going from pole to pole. They carry the source of energy used for illumination and power in the homes.
Yes, electricity.
And the wires are spread throughout the city, are they not?
You mean you might be able to make the disintegrator work by hooking it to...
Huh? If the power were great enough.
What do you mean?
The only chance, so I've got to try it.
I can help, Derek. I'm going with you.
Those crazy kids?
Derek, look.
He may be dumb, but as the main course for a delicious dinner, he's the tops.
Out there. That looks like him. Derek is climbing down a pole.
Why don't you just go stag? You needn't worry about doing anything wrong, Phil. You act all right. Just do and say whatever seems most natural.
And look what's coming. We're not going to make it in time.
While the lobster is known as one of the world's greatest food delicacies, he is also famous for being just about the world's dumbest creature. So dumb, in fact, that he could easily get out of the trap if he had sense enough to turn around and go out the way he came in. But he doesn't.
You can turn the weapon over to the scientists now.
It is too late.
You mean they're coming? Already?
Your people are here for you. I must leave. They will take care of you.
But Derek, you promised. You said...
I know what I must do. You must not interfere.
Betty, thank heavens you're all right.
How did he get a weapon like that? Makes me think of what the killer used.
It is. The same thing. Oh,
Goodbye, Betty.
no, Derek, no.
You are Joe. I want you to take me somewhere in your vehicle.
What makes you think I will?
You refuse to take me?
That's right. I'm staying right here.
Bright crop of young fellows in this school. Every day think up a new way to act like babies.
You will do as I say.
No, Derek, this isn't you.
Do not interfere, Betty. I beg you. Get in. Take me to where they are keeping the prisoner.
The killer? He's at General Hospital, but...
Then take me there.
Joe, don't! The disintegrator, it won't...
Betty!
I don't think I ever will fit in, not here. I'm different from the guys in this town.
Well, as far as that goes, Phil, everybody's different. That's what makes people interesting.
Maybe.
What are you planning to do?
Never mind. Just get out of the car and walk in front of me.
You see, Jimmy hadn't recognized Ralph's approach soon enough.
When Ralph first asked Jimmy to go fishing alone, he should have discussed it with his parents or teacher.
Do not move. I will take the prisoner. Get their guns. Hand them to me. Now get in. You face the wall. Keep your hands above your heads. I was stupid, Thor. Very stupid. But that is over. We are returning to meet the ships. Together.
Why do you let them live? Kill them!
There is no need. They will be dead soon enough, along with everything else on this planet. Go!
Look, that's what he meant.
This is Richard Wayne for the Channel News Team. As we reported earlier, unidentified flying objects have been sighted all across the county. The National Guard has the situation under control, but for the moment we still advise citizens stay in your homes.
Betty! Gramps, what are you doing here?
Why do you concern yourself with them? Destroy them!
Concentrate on the forehead now. We can feel the tension there. Now exert yourself to relax it. More. Still more. Look far away.
The guide ship is about to land. We must go to meet it.
Your promise, Derek. Don't you remember your promise?
I have not forgotten it.
We call that the guide ship. And it looks like there are 100 more still in the sky.
What are they going to do?
Derek told me. The other ships are loaded with thousands of those horrible creatures, like the one Derek killed today.
I would have used the disintegrator on them, but it will not function without energy supply. It was damaged when you crashed. I had to bluff with it.
It is just as well. They will be the first victims of the Gargan herds.
After all, it's more fun to stay with your friends anyway. Bobby had made a wise decision. It may have saved his life.
So you were able to bring him back, Thor?
He brought me.
I am sorry I acted the way I did. I am ready to take my punishment.
There will be no punishment, my son.
You are my father?
I am. I have watched your progress since you were born.
Is that the problem, Mr. Edmonds?
Yes, growing up is a problem.
You have excelled in all things. I was most disappointed to learn that you were deserted.
Has what I have done not disqualified me? Am I still to...
You are back. That is all that matters.
Yes, I see the fleet is approaching. They are flying from radio signals from the guide ship, are they not? Let me be the one to direct them in for landing.
Captain, are the ships close enough to receive their landing signals?
Momentarily, but...
Then go below, Derek. You will bring them in.
They think you're different. So you head for home. What else?
Derek, what are you doing? Unbolt the hatch.
Looked like Derek went in first and closed the entranceway.
Whatever's in the sky, they're getting mighty close.
Derek has some plan. He's not doing what they want him to, I'm sure.
And in radio and television, there are opportunities for home economists who have the necessary training and capabilities.
Master control to fleet. Master control to fleet. Increase speed. Set flight pattern to -.08. Increase speed.
open this hatch at once. The ships seem to be converging and increasing their speed. They cannot land.
He doesn't plan to have them land, but crash. They're coming right at us.
Derek's doing it. That's what he planned.
But he's inside there. He'll be killed too. Get down inside the cave.
What you are doing? Turn the ships around before it is too late.
Hold course steady.
Don't you remember your promise?
I have not forgotten it. Death must come to all. Sooner to some, later to others.
This is Richard Wayne for the Channel News Team. Keep watching the skies. Keep watching the skies. This is Richard Wayne signing off. Good evening.